Talking of New York's finest exponents of psychedelic rock, Monster Magnet are entering an exciting new era with the release of their highly acclaimed new album, Dopes to Infinity. The 12 new songs see the quartet plumbing new depth of emotion and intensity with a more polished and dynamic style of songwriting, although the trademark grinding guitars and psychedelic ambience still dominate the soundscapes. And as main man Dave Windorf explains, Dopes to Infinity can also be described as the end result of a long and exhausting journey, which sees the band finally achieving what they call Sonic Deluxe.
In Dopes to Infinity, there were a series of textures that I had heard in my head over the last couple of years that I wanted to put in Monster Magnet records, but we were always so crazed to move ahead, meaning just to keep moving, that I never took the time to actually do that. And it was like a mad scientist shop, you know. All the instruments that I'd always wanted to be on records, I actually had in one place, so we put it on. It was, you know, pulling wires out of consoles and moving in mellotrons and theremins and, you know, breaking glass and cursing and screaming. And finally we'd come up with a formula. I would come up with a formula that sounded good. Well, I tend to have a kind of hyperactive manner, hyperactive brain there that comes up with the stuff that I hear in my head that wants to come out. The band then comes in after the stuff is written, and we kind of hammer that stuff away, and it comes out the way it is. It would definitely not be the same without the same guys in the band. You spend too much time in hotel rooms in Germany, and you'll come up with songs like "Look to Europe for a Warning." That mainly is, I think, a wish to get away. A lot of this stuff is a wish to get out of a bus, the wish to get out of a certain small area that you're confined in. I tend to see normal things in my life and experiences, emotional experiences, through a filter of fire and a filter of bloated vision. It's just kind of the way I see things, and it tends to color it up a bit. Some of the favorites on my record, on this record, would be Blow 'Em Off, just because I got to use a mellotron, which is a really cool instrument, and a lot of acoustic guitar, which I haven't used in the past, and Third Alternative, which is a really honest, very quickly written recorded song that meant a lot to me when I wrote it, and the fact that it took so little time to actually record just makes it all the better. We see the complete extreme limit of human behavior, up and down, like good, bad, or the other thing. We've played in places where it's just been almost tribal, at festivals sometimes in Europe, with, you know, guys marching around with giant chicken legs screaming rock, 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 with burning torches and lots of illegal substances and half-naked people, temper tantrums in the back of sporting arenas. Just a constant stream of absolute madness. We'll be back in Europe and in Britain in March through April of this year. And as far as playing with, we're still actually sorting that out. I can't say, but we'll be there one way or another. We'll be like in front of your house, you know, come March and April. I'd like to take our light show to the brain-frying variety of of light show, and that's anything that a budget will permit. So what we do is we count all our pennies and we put them in the big light box, and we just keep upping the deal. Rear projection, video projection, several layers of lights create an environment for us to get really toasty, and then hopefully the crowd can get into it too, but it's the only way to fly. Dopes to Infinity being an accessible record, I can't really make that kind of judgment because I'm not a marketer or a radio programmer. I think it sounds smoother, I think it sounds nicer. I think that the subject matter is not something I would call accessible, but who knows, the world gets cooler every day sometimes, Could work out. We'll have hope, we'll have glory, we'll be young, we'll have fun, and we'll drink gasoline.
Fun. Meanwhile, the UK's top new rock band, TerrorVision, have also released a